Ever catch yourself wondering what creeps out of the shadows when night hits? When the city lights dim and it gets all quiet, fear can sneak into places that felt totally safe during the day. Welcome to my channel, where we dig into the dark side of everyday spots, flipping the familiar into straight-up terror. Tonight, I've got 4 seriously creepy stories set in a place a lot of folks go to chill. The Boardwalk. But get ready, because after this, the Boardwalk's gonna feel way different. Buckle up, kill the lights, and let the fear take over. The Forgotten Lighthouse. The wind howled like a hungry wolf that night, and the salty fog stuck to my skin, cold and damp. I was 17 and needed to clear my head. Hopped on my bike and pedaled down to the old boardwalk, where the town seemed to end and the ocean began. The lighthouse at the pier's end flickered lazily, a giant yellowed eye in the darkness. It had been months since I'd seen anyone out there since the old lighthouse keeper retired. They say he went nuts, my grandpa used to tell me. Started seeing stuff in the waves, ancient monsters calling to him. Chuckling, I shook my head to brush off the old stories and parked my bike at the pier's end. But when I looked at the lighthouse, I saw something weird. A shadow moving in the tower, dancing against the light. No way, I thought. The lighthouse is locked up. Still, curiosity got the better of me. Grabbed my flashlight and walked over there, my heart pounding. The lighthouse door was ajar, creaking in the breeze. Climbed the spiral stairs, each step echoing in the silence. At the top, the light spun, showing a dusty inside, cobwebs, and that weird feeling of not being alone. "Who's there?" I asked, voice shaking. No one answered, but I heard a muffled whisper from the light mechanism. Just rusty gears, I thought, but when I got closer, I saw something that chilled me to the bone. Etched into the light lens were strange symbols like ancient runes. "What the heck is this?" I mumbled, and then the light went out. Total darkness. Silence broken only by my heart pounding. Felt a coldness on my neck, like something was breathing back there, behind me. I turned slowly, and in the brief flash of the returning light I saw a pale, distorted face, eyes glowing in the dark. I screamed and ran, tripping down the stairs, falling on the sand outside. I pedaled home, legs burning, fear chasing me like a rabid dog. Never went back to that lighthouse. But sometimes, at night, when the wind blows hard, I swear I hear whispers from the sea, calling my name, ancient, hungry whispers. The nighttime fishing trip. The old pier's wood creaked under my feet, and the salty smell of the sea wrapped around me like a familiar hug. I was 23 and this was my escape, the late-night fishing trip. The city was miles away, distant lights twinkling like fireflies in the dark. Threw my line into the black water, waiting for that familiar tug of a hungry fish. But tonight was different. The sea was eerily still, no waves, no noise, like it was holding its breath. Calm before the storm, my grandpa used to say, and I laughed. But a chill ran down my spine. The line tightened, and I pulled hard, expecting a big fish. But what came up wasn't a fish, but a piece of dark wood, carved with a twisted face, a creepy totem. "What the heck's this?" I muttered, throwing it back into the water. But the line pulled again, and there was the totem, floating on the surface. "Damn it!" I yelled, and flung it as far as I could. But every time I fished, the totem came back, like it was following me. Fear grew, squeezing my chest, and I decided to split. But when I turned, I saw something weird in the water, a pale, rippling glow, like the moon was reflecting off something alive. I leaned over the pier's edge and looked down. What I saw took my breath away. A school of glowing eyes, hundreds of them, rising from the seabed, staring at me with ancient hunger. I ran home, not looking back, the image of those eyes chasing me in the dark. The next day I went back to the pier, but there was no sign of the totem or the glowing eyes. Must have imagined it all, I thought. But when I looked at the water, I saw something strange. A dead fish, floating on the surface, eyes gouged out. A shiver ran through me, and I knew I hadn't imagined anything. The house on the dune. The house on the dune always got to me. Abandoned for years, busted windows and peeling paint, it looked like a ghost in the landscape. I was 19 and loved checking out abandoned places, feeling that adrenaline rush. One night I decided to go into the house. The front door was ajar, and I stepped into the dark, feeling the dusty walls. The smell of mold and salt was strong, and the floor creaked with every step. Climbed the stairs, feeling the air get colder and heavier. In the main bedroom, I found an old diary, worn leather cover. Curious, I opened it and started reading. The pages were full of weird scribbles, drawings of sea creatures, and notes about messed up dreams. The writer, an old fisherman, wrote about seeing an underwater world where ancient monsters slept, waiting to wake up. "They call me," he wrote, "want me to come home." The diary spoke me, but curiosity kept me there, kept reading, finding dark secrets about the house and the fisherman's history. He hadn't abandoned the house, he'd been taken by the sea. A chill ran through me when I heard a noise downstairs, like someone walking around. I ran down, but didn't find anyone. The house was empty, but the front door was locked. Panic hit me, and I tried to break down the door, but it wouldn't budge. Heard a whisper from the main room, a raspy, old voice calling my name. "Come home," the voice said. "The sea's waiting." I ran to the bedroom, but no one was there. The diary was open, a new page written. He came home. I screamed and ran to the window, jumping onto the sand outside. Ran home, didn't stop, fear chasing me like a shadow. Never went back to that house. But sometimes, at night, when the sea's rough, I swear I hear whispers from the waves, calling my name. Ancient, hungry whispers. Do those legends and scary stories we hear all our lives have any truth to them? What's the draw to mystery and fear, even when we know it'll freak us out? How far can curiosity take us, and what are the risks of checking out the unknown? Where does reality end and imagination start when we bump into stuff we can't explain? If you're digging this video and want more stuff like this, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. The underground labyrinth. The boardwalk at night was a lonely spot, just the faint streetlights guiding me in the dark. I was 21, always curious about the secrets hidden under the city. One night, I found an entrance to the sewer system, a rusty grate ajar. Curiosity got the better of me, and I went down into the underground maze. The smell was awful, a mix of mold, sewage, and salt, but the adrenaline kept me going. The walls were damp and slippery, and the sound of running water echoed in the silence. I wandered for hours, getting lost in the maze of tunnels, feeling the darkness swallow me up. I found a hidden chamber with a stone altar in the center. On the altar there was an old book written in a strange language. I opened the book and started reading. The pages were full of dark rituals, invocations of sea creatures, and promises of power in exchange for sacrifices. I felt a chill run down my spine when I saw a drawing of a monstrous creature with tentacles and glowing eyes. "What the heck is this?" I muttered, and then I heard a noise behind me. I turned and saw a shadow moving towards me. I couldn't see details, but I felt its eyes fixed on me, glowing in the darkness. A coldness ran through my body, and I ran like my life depended on it. The labyrinth seemed to stretch endlessly, the tunnels multiplying and crisscrossing, but I didn't stop, guided only by fear. Suddenly, I heard a familiar sound, the roar of the waves. I found an exit, a steep staircase leading up to the boardwalk. I ran as fast as I could, emerging into the moonlight, breathless and terrified. I never went back to that underground labyrinth. But sometimes, at night, when I'm on the boardwalk, I swear I hear whispers coming from the sewer, calling my name, ancient, hungry whispers. And there you have it. Did you feel that chill? I hope you enjoyed today's stories. The Boardwalk, a place of happy memories for many, will now carry a new weight in your mind. But remember, fear can hide anywhere. You just have to know where to look. If you enjoyed this video and want more terror and suspense content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that bell to never miss a new video, and hit that like button. I'd love to hear what you thought of these stories. Leave your comments below, share your own scary experiences, or tell me which story freaked you out the most. Share this video with your friends who also love to get that shiver down their spine. Thanks for watching, and get ready, because the fear is just beginning.